Hello, Michael. Welcome to Thessaloniki and to the Metal Twilight Zone radio show.
Thank you. Hi.
Can we start with the questions? You have released a new album a few months ago. What comments are you receiving after the release of Temple of Rock?
What makes me decide?
What comments are you receiving after the release of Temple of Rock?
Oh, they're very good. Very good comments. We just missed out a little bit of promotion in the beginning because the record company decided to promote the record only via internet, and so we had really no magazine promotion or anything like that, and we are doing it now. We have finally got a PR person, so we're a bit late with promotion, but the response is very good.
Mm-hmm. In the latest album there is no set lineup, while there are lots of appearances from many popular musicians. Will you continue like that on your next releases?
No, it's kind of a long story because I just started everything normal, like as I usually do. I had no concept, I did not know what I was going to do. I just decided it's time to make a record. Do you want this noise? And so I sat down and wrote music with the pieces of music that I had already, stored. And I was in England, and at the same time I was jamming with Herman Rebel and Pete Way for a live project. Then I went to Münster at the same time to put a demo together to Michael Voss, who offered his studio for the next record, for the demo. And while I was there, I asked Michael if he could help me with the guide vocals. And when he started singing, I said to him, "Hey, you can really sing, you know? And why don't we do this album together?" And so we started working together on this album. Then Herman and Pete Way heard the demo, and they wanted to do the rhythm section. They wanted to be the rhythm section. So I had a band I didn't know before, you know. And then we started to record, and then at some point Michael Voss he came up with this intro that sounded really good with a voice speaking, and I said it would be great if we had maybe a famous actor with a big voice speaking. And then simultaneously I was getting a phone call if I wanted to play on Captain Kirk's Star Trek William Shatner's solo album, and I went, "That's it, that's the guy." We asked him if he would do the speaking on the intro, and he agreed. So I played on his record, and he spoke on our record, and then we had that. And then at that point I started to kind of realize, there's something going on. Maybe I should involve people from the past, you know, musicians from the past. And we put a list together, and most of them were available, including my brother and Paul Raymond from UFO and Simon Phillips and all sorts of great musicians. And so we ended up with a lot of people on the album, and it's, you know, shaped up more and more. And then, you know, I thought of an album title, and
the right title.
I realized that all these years I have been writing from within, and you know, it's kind of, I'm celebrating the era of handmade rock and you know, the whatever, you know, the amount basically, you know, the building of the Temple of Rock, the roofing, the celebration of the era of handmade rock. And I was kind of realizing that all these years I have been writing from within without listening to other music, developed my own style. And so, you know, it was kind of a time for me to make that kind of a statement. You know, it's like the what do you call it, like spiritual, you know, like protected music, you know, and you know, my body is the temple, and so that's how it all came up together, you know.
Okay. How was the concert yesterday in Athens? Did you get a good vibe from the fans?
Yeah, it was a great audience. You know, our first show, it went well.
As far as I know, you will be on tour with 3 different singers. Each one of them has its own unique style. Will you adjust the set list according to each one's voice?
I don't understand. Say again?
I think in Japan will be Michael Voss.
Oh, that's also a nothing planned. When I finished the album, I wanted to go on tour. Michael Voss wasn't available. He signed a solo deal and he was doing producing productions and stuff. And so I looked at my situation and I realized I had 3 singers on this album. And so I asked Robin McCauley if he would be available for America, and he was available, and then Voss was available for Japan, and Duri was available for Europe, and so I kind of started to work on this, and all of a sudden I have 3 lineups.
Which thing you consider to be the most important about guitar playing, the technique or the melody?
I don't know. It's full picture. You know, you need everything.
Both of them.
Yeah, of course.
Do you prefer analog or digital equipment while working on the studio?
Well, from sound point of view, analog, but digital is catching up as technology develops. I don't think at some point you will really hear much of a difference. You know, you win some, you lose some. Each one is just the same melody, technique. You put it together, you got both. Best, yeah.
What do you think about being the source of inspiration for many guitarists, even from the extreme metal music? Like, for example, Michael Amott, who says that he's influenced by you.
What was the question?
What do you think about being the source of inspiration?
Oh, source of inspiration. Well, it's nice to be a source of inspiration, but we are all in the loop. We always learn from our past generations, so it's just normal, natural, you know.
And the last question, send a message to your Greek fans for the end.
I'll keep on rocking, of course.
Thank you very much. See you on stage.
See you later.